YouTube vinyl community, Wilson Phillips fans, random people on the internet, my name is Giggens, and we are here today to talk about California by Wilson Phillips, released through Columbia Records in 2004. Hope you can see that with the glare. A beautiful ode to the songs of California, some of these written by their parents. It's an amazing album full of heart and soul and warmth, and they take these songs, they reimagine them to make them their own, but keep them faithful at the same time. So you know what you're in for, but it makes it so much more fun because you have the Wilson Phillips stamp on it. It's a wonderful album. This was their reunion record. They hadn't put out an album in 12 years at this point, which is mind-boggling, but it did really well for itself. Peaked number 35 on the Billboard Top 200. The single for Go Your Own Way, which number 13 on the adult contemporary charts. So it did really well for itself. And it was produced by Peter Asher, none other than Peter Asher. And I want to mention that because the first song on here is a cover of You're No Good, made famous by Linda Ronstadt, produced originally by Peter Asher. But man, this song kicks in, super crisp production, which again is cool because the same guy who produced the original is doing this one. There's a sample of Linda at the end as well, which is nice, but everyone is really feeling this one, pouring themselves into it. Musically, it's a sly groover, just like the original one was, but some excellent bass work. It takes what you loved about the original and just updates it for the 21st century. It's a great track, really cool, really digging it. Old Man's the second song on here, and Carney just shines on this one, on a Neil Young classic. I love her delivery here. She sings it like she wrote it, and that's the mark of a good singer. Like when you can take words that you didn't write, but you're a storyteller, and you convey that story, you tell that story, you color in the pages, like you make it real. And Carney does a fantastic job with it. And the harmonies on here are just amazing. Their vocal blend is so unique. Nobody sounds like Wilson Phillips. They have that magic in those voices. It's really something else. Track 3 is California by Joni Mitchell, and Wendy takes the lead on this one. And she has an almost country delivery to this one, slightly indie pop country delivery, which is really good. Musically, it's gentle, it's patient, it's a comforting, sweet track, kind of like, a Joni Mitchell song, but it's an incredibly warm production on this one. You really get lost in Wendy's voice. Already Gone is track 4, the Eagles song, and I love the harmonies in the chorus here. This is one of those songs that they make their own by adding their own ad-libs, which I guess is what an ad-lib is. You don't add an ad-lib, but an ad-lib just exists. Anyway, they make it fun. They make it upbeat. They make it more poppier. And because of that, it's a Wilson Phillips song. And I really, really dig it. Well played, expertly sung. You really can't go wrong with their voices on this one. Go Your Own Way. This is one of the most interesting tracks on the album, number 5. This was a single, and it completely transforms the song, but it makes it work so well. I mean, as a very chill opening leads to an equally chill group harmony, transforming this once bombastic rocker into a reflective, soulful, emotional ballad. And it totally works. I am here for it. Hearing their voices be so gentle and lilting and, really telling that story, because it's lyrically, it's a very interesting song, and they transform it. They make it sound almost mournful. A really well done, well executed track. Number 6, Turn, Turn, Turn. Another interesting version of a song here. Great harmonies over a punchy rhythm track. Definitely unexpected from the Byrds version, but so it keeps it familiar but makes it sort of updated for 2004. So at this point, it might sound like a tiny bit dated, but it's still kind of cool to hear it in this modern world format. They make it work, and the ending is wonderful. I love the ending on this one. Monday, Monday is track 7 on here, and this is awesome. Talk about transforming a track. They make this almost into like an Elvis Costello and the Attractions kind of song. Great organ, rubbery guitars, bouncy drums, very enthusiastic vocals. Everything about this is so confident and assured. Like, they knew they were working with a great track here, and they knew vocally they could nail it, and they totally did. It works so well. This should have been a single. Like, this could have been a really, really solid single for them. Like, I know they're a vocal group, and that's kind of what they're known for, but this one, while there are great group vocal moments on this song, there's definitely a lot of solo moments as well, so maybe that's why they didn't choose it as a single, because they like having more group tracks together, but anyways, it really works. Up next is Get Together by the Youngbloods, and I love the dreamy guitar with the strings. Carney's lead on this one is so honest and perfect, and the joining harmonies are just comforting. It's a warm track, just soulful and welcoming presence on this one. I mean, that's what the song's all about anyway. It's all about, peace and love coming together. It's a great little song. Doctor My Eyes is the Jackson Browne song. Very fun version, very cool, upbeat, total earworm. But the last few songs on here are some of my favorites. You get Dance, 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 the Beach Boys song. And how can you not love this version? It's so happy and stoked. It's a total mover. The guitar solo rocks. The vocals are cheerful. The party atmosphere is infectious. Everyone you can think of is on that chorus in the background. It's a really, really fun song. Again, this could have been a single too. And then the last song on here is In My Room, the classic Brian song. And he plays the piano on this. And I knew it was him even before I looked at the liner notes. Like I heard that phrasing and that timing, and I was like, that's Brian on the piano. Sure enough, it was. And he sings on the bridge as well. But what I love about this song in particular, and the bonus track, which we'll talk about in a moment, is it's just one instrument and their voices. Wilson Phillips has some of the best harmonies I've ever heard. Their vocal blend is incredible. It's amazing that, given that their parents were also equally as amazing as musicians and songwriters, the fact that they got that gene too is like, damn, like it's amazing. They really, really have an amazing blend. And on In My Room, they take everything we know about this song of loneliness or being an introvert or hiding away from the world, looking for your safe space, looking for your comfort zone. They capture that imagination and they make it their own. It's just a warm, gorgeous version of this track. And Brian, I love at the very end, Brian's like, that sounds great. I love your sound. It's so good. And then the last track, the bonus track, this is a limited edition version because, you know me. They do an acoustic version of Already Gone, a song that's already on the album. But this version of Already Gone, I prefer over the band version. Hearing them stripped back with just an acoustic guitar and their voices, I mean, that's what I'm here for. They could put out an album with just their voices a cappella the whole way through, and I'd be sucked in because they have that power. They know how to create a song with their voices. They understand harmony. They understand conviction. They understand how to make a compelling story work with just emotion from their blend. It's an incredible thing. When Paul McCartney said it best, when you can find people you play music with, and you play music really well, and I'm paraphrasing here, but when you find people you can play music with, that's a special gift. And it just happens to be that they're all family members. Bands are basically families. But that version of Already Gone, if you can find this CD, that song alone is worth the price of admission for this album. It's fantastic. So, here's the back cover here. Picture of the girls back in 2004. And the inside. Sadly, this album is not streaming on Spotify. It might be on Apple Music. I don't have that one, but it's not on Spotify. I happened to find a used copy of this for really cheap, and I'm so glad I picked it up because it's a great listen. It's really cool when bands cover songs and take what's unique about those songs and make them their own, because you get an original delivery out of something familiar. So you know all the songs, but hearing them do it their way makes it so much more special. So if you're a Wilson Phillips fan, you're going to want to buy this because you want to buy the new Wilson Phillips album. If you're a fan of all these great California songs, you want to hear them done in the Wilson Phillips style. So it works both ways. It's a wonderful record. I'd easily give this thing a 9 out of 10. Hands down, one of the best Beach Boys related, Mamas and the Papas related albums you can pick up. The production on it is just super crisp and clear. Like I said a million times, their vocal harmonies are outstanding. Some of the best I've ever heard. And those last two songs, In My Room and their acoustic version of Already Gone, if they just put that out as a single, hands down would have been one of the best things ever released in the Beach Boys world, if you will. But so yeah, easily enough for me, 9 out of 10. I'm starting to ramble here, but Wilson Phillips, if you're watching, thank you so much for all the great music over the years. They just came out with a brand new song, a cover of Harry Styles' Boyfriends. It's out now on streaming services. So who knows if that means a new album's in the works? Maybe a new album? Huh? Maybe a new album? We would love it. So there you go. My name is Giggens. This has been Wilson Phillips, California. Go find a copy of this CD and just devour it. It's a fantastic listen. You'll have so much fun with it. There you go. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye.